So if you don't want to have to do it the long way where you're going and typing different keywords into Google to see what sorts of questions pop up here, for example, or what other keywords are popping up within these pages, you don't want to have to go to the different message boards and read around at those and then cross-reference everything with the keyword planner. It makes it a lot easier if you use an SEO platform or SEO tool. There's a bunch of different tools out there. I work for Searchmetrics, so I'll just kind of show you how easy it is to look this sorts of stuff up in our suite. So there's a section in our suite called the Research Cloud. That's where we're tracking actually over 1.4 billion keywords on a weekly basis. But there's an area where we can look at keyword discovery. So I'm just going to plug in what I had plugged in before into Google. Just type in running shoes. So we can really type in any keyword that we want into this section. And what this will do is instead of having to go into that Google page and look through everything, look through all the different links and go to the forums, this is really just starting to list off all the different variations of the keyword running shoes and then listing it to us by search volume. On the left-hand side, it's showing us already all of the different variations that can actually pop up with the term running shoes. So if we want to just click on best, for example, we know there's 2,400 combinations of best and running shoes. We can change things up as well. So if we look at phrase match or a word match, it's just kind of looking at things going, oh, running shoes doesn't have to be in the exact same order. We could have shoes and then running, or we could just have the word running. It just kind of gives us different variations that we can look at within this list. But what's important though, it is going to give us the search volume. So we definitely want to know how many people are actually searching for it. The other thing we might want to know that can be really important is seasonality. So let me just scroll up here to the top so you can see this a little bit better. Seasonality, this is essentially going to show us the month-by-month search volume. So the thing with the Google Keyword Planners, it's really giving us kind of a range or an average throughout the year. Whereas a lot of products, they really do have different spikes throughout given times of the year. So you can see for running, there is actually the highest kind of search volume there is in April. So it can give us kind of a concept of, okay, if we're going to create a lot of content around running, might be good to kind of get that content started, get that process going in the winter so that we can really go live with some of that content in March or April, really when that peak search season is. So it's really important and really can be really helpful to have all this information with you as you're starting to do the research. And plus, there's a ton of different options. You can see here, there's thousands and thousands of options that you can look through. One cool thing you can do as well is you can click on the questions button here. So instead of before how we would plug it in and we would go, okay, so if we look here, here's kind of 4 different questions that are really common that are popping up within for running shoes. This way, for best running shoes, we're already looking at a bunch of different options of the most common questions being asked around search volume. So again, this is one way to really just start generating ideas, start to generate a list. I think the next thing we want to start focusing on is why don't we look at some of the keywords that we already rank for and some of the opportunities that exist there.